times. Yeah. I mean, I think I got the DVD of that movie because I read about it in a book. And I was buying DVDs and Blu-rays of movies that I definitely shouldn't have been when I was in like middle school and high school, just because I was just a film lover from a very young age. And she has such a specific look and a vibe that when our casting director, Donna Morong, cast her in the Princess Diaries, like a grillion years ago. And I remember her in that movie so well. And the fact that she used that sort of long history to bring her in and send her the script, and the fact that Heather got the script so well. She's doing really well. She's in the new Scream movie as well. So we were just really happy that she was able to do this role. It was really fun to have her.
She was great in this role too.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about someone else who was in the movie. Yeah. Let's talk about Miss Lala Kent.
Let's do it.
Let's do it,
baby.
Did you read with Lala? I mean, you're like, was that all building up just so you could talk about Lala? I know, I really do.
I'm very happy to talk about Lala. Oh my God.
I love my Eliza. I love Heather. I love everyone in the movie. Love you. But let's just talk about Lala. We got to get into it. We got to get into it. Did you read with her? Or
I did. No, I didn't read with her. She would not read. But we sent her the script, and she actually read the script, and she called us the next day. She did a video call with us the next day, and she was like, "This is awesome. Like, I totally want to play your sister. Like, I am in. You guys are perverts. Like, I love it." And we were so happy. And she came on set, and she wanted to say like on what kind of slutty things she would wear. For the audience, she plays a cam girl, an OnlyFans type girl. And she wanted to choose her thong and choose her top that would reveal her midriff, and the extensions that we put in her hair and the makeup and everything. She was perfect. And she did all her own stunts. She has a fight scene with us with a dildo, and it is just wild to watch. And she did all of her own stuff. It was great.
When you send it out to like a Lala, do you, say, we would like you to read, like when you get a like, I'm not reading for this, like?
Well, I don't remember the exact timeline, but I do think that it was the director's idea to have her because his wife, and I talk to her all the time about Bravo, she was like, who should play this? Lala Kent. And as soon as James said that, I was like, yes. Well, I don't know if she would do it though. And I'd heard that she was in some other thrillers and crazy movies that weren't out yet, but she was doing acting roles of different sizes. And this was a pretty manageable role, and it was 2 days on set. And so we felt like, she could fit it into her schedule, she would do it. And yeah, we wrote her, I think, a cover letter and saying how much we loved her in the show over the years. And so she was just very receptive. Yeah, I think that's how it went. Yeah.
So no one ever gets like, get over yourself, honey. Like, what do you mean you're not going to read for this? And
No, I think with certain people, their reps just kind of say like, she doesn't read or he doesn't read. It's just a straight offer. And with certain roles, you can't do that. You just have to hear the language. You have to hear it and feel it. But with her, it was, we kind of know she's perfect for this.
I mean, like once you hear, then you're like, who else would play this role, right?
Yeah, strangling me with her ass hanging out, her just beautiful ass. It was really great. One of the things that happened on set, which was really fun, which I guess I can share, was that she kept asking everyone on set, like, if they'd gotten this done or this done, or this. She asked me about my lips, and I have my lips are natural, but they're large. And she was like, who did your lips? And it was probably the biggest compliment I've ever received from anyone in my entire, and I was like, they're natural. She's like, they're perfect. So I hope that can go on my tombstone, that Lala likes my lips.
That's a pretty big compliment.
Yeah.
What about she was only there for 2 days. Like, did Randall ever pop by the set? Yeah.
Randall did not pop up on set, but I believe that he gave her the green lights. Like I'm sure had a say in, what project she did, and she would ask his advice because of the success that he had. And I imagine that he, gave the okay. Yeah.
Now I know you're a huge Bravo fan.
The biggest.
So
Not as big as you, but yeah, really, really, really big. Yeah.
well, I've turned it into a job, so I have no excuse now. Like this is just no, and I joke about that. Like I have had Susan Lucci on this podcast, Fran Drescher. I mean, we've had Suzanne Summers, like actual
Yeah.
icons. And let me tell you, it's people care, but they would rather listen to, someone who's been off the Housewives for 10 years and was fired and is back to say something. So
Yeah.
regardless of what I want in life anymore, the people listening to this, that's what they want.
That's what they want. We got to give it to them.
We got to give it to them. But you are a huge Bravo fan. Are you shocked like that Lala and Randall broke up?
No. Not because I know anything, but no. And I feel like what I know about reality TV show romances and kind of realizing how much to show of your relationship on camera and how much to not, and all those different things from all different angles that are coming at you. I think it's a miracle if any couple stays together, frankly, if they're committing themselves to that.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever, I mean, I know that you got married. You're a married
I did in
man now.
September, 4 weeks before the movie opened in theaters. That was kind of an insane month. Yeah, I got married in September.
Did you plan it that way? Like where you wanted to get married?
No, COVID just kept delaying both. And then I think even though Delta was doing its thing, I think there was a moment in the middle of the summer where everyone was like, is this gonna end? Should we just go for it? And for both things, it was like, yes. So yeah.
Did you, if someone came and knocked on your door and said, listen, you're moving up in the Hollywood ranks, you have your husband now. We haven't really had like a gay, like newlyweds in a long time.
No, and I, my husband thankfully does nothing in the world of TV or film or music or anything entertainment related, which is actually really nice. Even though when I come home, from a callback or something, and I knew it doesn't go well, or if a meeting is pushed or whatever about a new script of mine or something, he's just like, well, why would they postpone it, or like, why wouldn't they want you? And I'm just like, oh, how beautifully naive. I think in general, gay relationships, gay dating in LA and New York and in the coastal, or just in the big cities, is really hard. And so we try and protect our relationship as much as we can. And I love talking about him, but usually he doesn't like me talking about him too much. But our wedding was written about in several, so I guess we put ourselves out there, hopefully the right amount. Yeah. And not like Lala and Randall, or like Lisa Hochstein and Dr. Hochstein. I think there are degrees, you know what I mean? You gotta find that fine line.
So that would be a no to you and your husband appearing on a reality TV show about yourselves.
No, I have to be honest, and I would kill it on a reality show. I would die. I think the number one show that I'd want to be on is Summer House, but I would wreak havoc on a show, which would be great for viewers. I just know it in my bones. I just know it. But he would not be in it. No.
You just know what to do, right? Like you would just know.